Bubulna.
Oh, Niaki.
Janet.
Hickadoos. Holiday.
It's just yelling.
Seal. In a good way, like that. But
Buck.
Kunumante.
Chakma.
Madawika. Jate.
Understand he did this.
Stongo. Oshkenyacha. Kickadoos. Kickadoos. I'm Pawnee today.
Yeah, Pawnee.
Pawnee.
What'd she say? What was that good?
Adudahe.
Dudahe.
Adudahe.
Dudahe.
Yep, it is good.
Bibishim.
Pivish.
Bibish.
Pivawum matsume.
Ishkis. Ishkis.
In a good way like that.
Yeah, in a good way.
Are we gonna try that?
Yeah, we'll try it
Alright.
today. Might as well.
Yeah. So after everything that we say today, we're gonna try because it is Native American Heritage Month.
Mm-hmm.
In a good way like that.
Welcome.
In a good way like
Yeah,
that.
in a good way like that.
So after everything that we say, we're gonna try to say in a good way like that.
In a good way.
We're gonna try in a good way
In a
like
good
that.
way like that.
What does our comment say
Nice. Nice.
in a good way like
From
that?
Stacy Starr says, "Good morning, fellas."
Good morning, Stacy.
Ah,
In a
good
good way
morning.
like that.
In a good way like that.
If it would not in a good way like that. I wonder how you say that in Cheyenne.
Good job, Uncle.
In a good way like that.
Pava. Yeah.
Yeah. In a good way like that. So tell us about your weekend.
I was good. It was good.
In a good way like
in a
that.
good way like that. We started off with Halloween Friday night.
In a good way
In a
like
good
that.
way like that. And then the Red Gala Saturday. with the-
You went to that in a good way like that?
Yeah, in a good way like that. At the Oklahoma City Convention Center. There's an after party. In a good way like that.
After parties are always in a good way like that.
Yeah. Everything was open. Yeah.
In a good way like that.
But yeah, we had a good time. and-
So then you went to the Altons
yeah, right after.
in a good way like
In a
that?
good way like that.
Well, I was, we got to go see the Sinceres
Yeah.
in a good way like that. And then the Altons, and then Adriana Flores pointed at me, and that was the
Yeah.
highlight of my life
In a good way
in a
like
good way like that.
Courtney said
Yeah.
she's
Yeah, 7 kids don't compare to anything. Yeah,
what
in a good way like that.
Courtney said she was Creek
Yeah. Yeah.
in a good way.
That's what I told Nat. I was like, that's baby right there. And she was like, who? And I was like, Adriana Flores. She's like, I said, and she's Creek too. In a good way like that.
In a good way like that. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, OU won,
Yeah.
Thunder won.
7-0.
I mean,
good way
the only thing that, was my Thomas Terriers loss.
Oh man.
In a good way like that.
Was it to
To Mangum.
Mango?
I mean, but they're a good team though.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were both undefeated.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, Thomas was on the drive and then, they started, they got a penalty and nobody even knew what it was for.
See.
Like they had a positive play and then it came back and it was like nobody knew what it was for. They were like, what is, like, the broadcasters, they were like, no idea what it was for. That just kind of killed their drive. So, and then Mangum gets the ball and comes down and scores. So, whatever. They'll still make a good run in the playoffs. So, do we have any more comments in a good way like that?
Misty Hickson says, "Good morning."
It
And
wouldn't-
now I'm going to log off
morning.
after hearing "In a Good Way" like that.
In a good way like that.
Fitty.
Ha, Madu. Joke ma. In a good way like that. chimichurri, man,
Mm.
in a good way like
Got
that.
that, got that.
Yeah, well, I don't know why. We tried this last year in a good way like that.
Yeah, but it didn't work out. In a
Yeah,
good way.
I had to keep reminding Mingo to
Oh,
say.
yeah. In a good way like that.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good weekend. Me and Nat got to go have dinner,
That's
and
word.
then it celebrated her 1,000 days
Oh yeah.
in a good way like that. Celebrated her 1,000 days.
1,000.
Got to go to Texas Roadhouse, and then we went to Tower Theater to see the Sinceres and the
Yeah.
Altons.
Good night.
Which, yeah, it was good, in a good way like
Like that.
that. So, I
Did
mean,
you eat some buns at Texas Road?
I did.
Mm. Put some butter on it.
In a good way like
In a
that.
good way like that.
The rolls. The
Yeah,
rolls.
yeah,
The
rolls. Rose, not buns, not buns.
I
In
mean
a
the
good
roll,
way like
roll buns.
yeah.
That's nice.
up-
You let buns go with you over there.
Yeah.
I was all up on them rolls. In a good way
In a
like
good way. Like that.
that. But it was
That's
a
word.
pretty good weekend. Then yesterday we got to go sweat for my Aunt Dion. And Dion, she had some health issues come up. Just wishing her the best. I'm not really like blood related to her, but I mean, Dion's been a part of my life since I was a kid. Since I can remember, she's always been around. She's always been good to me. It's just it felt good to see her kids come together and to turn to our ceremonies to ask for prayers for her. So I think that within itself is like a blessing, like in a good way like that. So that was kind of like something special to me. That probably capped off like the whole weekend. Like nothing could top that in a good way like that. So, but yeah, today is my nephew Christian's 10th birthday. He turns 10 today. Yeah, my sister Leslie's son.
Yeah, yeah.
He turns 10 today. So, I want to give him a special shout out. So happy birthday, nephew. Hope you have a
Birthday.
good day. And Uncle loves you. And I'm going to try to get him a
Good job,
present
Uncle.
by today. I still don't know exactly what. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get him something.
yeah.
I'm gonna get him something, and just go drop it off with
At
him
least
when
a
he gets
Happy
home.
Meal or
Something,
good way.
I can, I try to be that unk.
Yeah.
I try to be that unk in a good way like that. So, but yeah, interesting weekend. I seen where my kids, my daughter was Oompa Loompa too.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I didn't get to see him,
Yeah.
but my daughter's a Oompa Loompa, and my son was Ghostface.
Ghostface Killer.
Yeah, in a good way. Like,
Good.
do we have any more comments?
Yeah. Any more comments?
David Deere says good morning.
Stongo David, in a good way like that.
History.
Aunt Mealy says happy birthday, nephew.
Happy birthday, nephew.
Leslie said thank you, brother. I love you so much.
Love you too, sis. In a good way like that.
says, Ayo Coyote, you're still Oompa.
Hell yeah. So yeah, it was a good weekend. My Sooners won, my
Yeah.
Terriers lost, but that's all right. That's all right.
It was a good concert though.
Yeah, it was a hell of a concert. I mean, I've been listening to the Altons and the Sinceres, when I went and stayed in Colorado and Denver for a few months. And that was kind of like a weird time for me because, I was working construction still, working with my bro Mondo and all them, Joe. there's a bunch of my homies that I was still working with, and I found that music in Denver, and it just kind of stuck with me. Like, and it's like oldie type love music.
Yeah.
So that's kind of when the ideal got in my head about, like, it's chill music, like it's like real laid back. Even if I was like the only one that ever liked it, I got to go see him last year.
Yeah.
Me, Mary, and Lori went and seen him last year, and that was cool. I mean, I know that wasn't their type of music. I just wanted to go with somebody, and I loved it. And you got to meet Joey
Yeah, I got to meet Joey
Quinones,
and what's his name from the Altons.
Jose,
Is it Jose? Yeah, yeah. He can't. He's the only one that
something Ponce,
Yeah,
Jose Ponce, or
picture
something like
with
that.
him. And, yeah.
But I'm glad you didn't get to meet my wife, Adriana Flores, in a good way like that.
In a good way like that.
But that's cool. That's pretty cool. JJ said he was there.
JJ?
Yeah, JJ Pedro.
Joe?
He said he was there. Said he got to meet Joey too.
Yeah, he walked through the whole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy. He's pretty cool. When I went and seen him last year, it was like during May, because that was like my 4-year or 3 or 4 year, and so like I wanted to, like it was like a present to myself, in a good way like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that whenever I met him, I had on a jersey, and he was like, I was like, I'm just happy to meet you all. Like I really appreciate, your music, and I'm glad that and you're a really cool guy. And he goes, wait, depends on what team you're wearing. And he looked at my jersey, but he just laughed. He was like a real cool guy,
Yeah.
real approachable.
Yeah.
Real approachable, easy. Like he's just a down to earth guy. So that was a good experience. So I'm glad you got to meet him. Well, what else we got? Is that my phone?
Yes.
Who is it?
Healthcare. 608-3800.
Okay. In a good way.
Yeah.
Enter it and just
For real?
yeah, in a good way like that.
We got any more comments?
This is Barry.
Hello, Barry. This is Kara with Oklahoma Heart Hospital with Dr. Kaler's office. I was calling to schedule the.
Hold on. We got a appointment
Okay.
setting
He's
up.
got appointment.
But we got any more comments?
Yeah, Yoli says over and over.
Oh yeah, that was a good song. Yeah, over and over.
And
For you. Yeah. In a good way like that.
Okay, that's fine.
then Aunt said boo. I assume that's to the Thomas.
Oh, Thomas. Oh no. Dang it. I seen that touchdown pass. I was like, uh-oh, coming
What
back.
is that again?
But yeah, I had a good weekend. The Red Gala was Saturday night at the Oklahoma City Convention Center. It was a good day. We got
Who'd all you see out there?
got invited. I seen a lot of people. Yeah. Now it was good seeing the friends, the homies, the brothers and sisters that do a lot of good work for not just the clinic, but just the community, for our Native people, our unsheltered people. And
thank you.
we did the team grass dance. So it's what they wanted for this year. And then we did they call it friendship dance. It's like round dance, 2-step. So I got to dance with one of the doctors that got honored. So that was a very good experience to get everybody going and dancing.
You did?
Yeah, we did
In a good way like that?
Who was the guy that was right next to you?
That was it was Dr. Can't think of his name right now. He's the one that got honored though.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that.
In a good way
video, and
like
I was
that?
trying to figure out who that was.
Yeah, then we met a couple of guys. Victor, he's running for state legislator for Oklahoma.
Victor Flores.
In a good way like
Yeah.
that?
He had a nice suit on in a good way like that.
Yeah.
So he needs all his votes.
What? I wonder for what district?
What district was it? 11 or?
You don't know, say. I just know he's
In a good way like that.
Oh, dang, everybody's calling us.
I know, right? I didn't answer mine. Mine was for the heart hospital.
Mine's,
Getting an ultrasound.
Cassie
on my
B says, "Good morning, Fumby guys. Have a good day."
Humby, huh?
Humby.
In a good
Yeah,
way
in a
like
good
that.
way like that.
In a good way like that, huh?
Good job, Andy.
All right. Well.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hey, China
China
buns.
buns.
Well, yeah. So where was that at? Where was
Oklahoma.
the red feather
Oh,
gala?
At the
In
Oklahoma
a good way
City
like that.
Convention Center. It was in the third floor.
Oh, at the Omni.
Yeah, next to the Hominy.
How many?
Hominy, Oklahoma. Yeah,
In a good way like
in a
that.
good way. Like that.
That's cool. A lot of people there. In a
Yeah,
good way
there's
like
a
that.
lot. There's a lot of people. Everybody loved the grass dance, the team dance.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
It's pretty good. Me, Eisen, my son Braden, and Memo, and Marshall, and me. So we've been practicing for about 2 weeks. Had our routine down,
That's cool.
and then Ace.
I can't believe how big Aizen is now.
Yeah, he's only what 11.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool.
And then Ace Greenwood, the MC, he after we just got done dancing a song and a half, he had us introduce ourselves.
Were you all out of breath?
Yeah, well, he was like, just see how much out of breath these guys are. I was like, man, why you?
He's Choctaw, isn't he? Ace
uh,
Greenwood,
Chickasaw.
Chickasaw.
But yeah, it was a good one in a good way like that.
In a good way like that. Yeah, y'all did good.
Yeah, I hope
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
in a good way like that.
Do we have any more comments?
Yeah.
Ant says, "Hey, I'm about to have to go. I'll get this afternoon meeting. I'll see you guys on another day. Keep up what you guys are doing. Proud that our tribe has this channel."
Oh, in a good way like that, brother. Hope you have a
And
good
he
day.
also said, "And what's up, face?"
Good way.
In a good way like that. So it is Native American Heritage Month.
Yeah, and then
In a good way like that.
good way. What tomorrow we're kicking it off at Robley.
In a good way like that.
Dancing.
I guess I'll dance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I just want to go see my son. See my kids in like a month.
Dang.
Well, my daughter got in trouble.
Oh.
She got grounded, so I guess maybe their auntie's mad at me. I don't know.
I don't know. And not in a good way like
But
that.
I can't message my daughter. Every time I try to message her, like it sends me back this, like basically saying I'm blocked.
Just hit that wall, came back.
You know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully this weekend. Hopefully this weekend I get to see my kids.
Tracy White Buffalo says, "Good morning. Good ways, guys. I have
Oh.
109 days clean today."
All right, all right. In a good way like that. She messaged me last night. It's like, what time is are you gonna do the live? And I was like, if our 10 o'clock, you're 8 o'clock. She's out there in California. So I'm glad you could tune in. Jeep he just tuned out. He just said he had to go, and then so yeah, it's a family affair right here.
Tobias says,
In
"Good
a-
afternoon, brothers."
Good afternoon. Good afternoon in a good way like that. So yeah. So what do you think? Should we go ahead and jump off into this reading in a good way like
Good way
that?
like that.
Our sister in Billings, Miss Jen Miller. says,
Oh, hey, Billings.
Montana. Hey.
Billings. Not with the G, just Billings.
heading up to Billings.
Heading up to Billings.
Stop at Cheyenne Depot.
Do you got it?
Ready
Got
to
your
read?
bookmarked in a good
Oh,
way
yeah,
like
yeah, in a
that?
good way like that. I got you.
Let me get my. It's a good one today too.
Yeah.
Southern Cheyenne woman
Some of y'all
today.
might know this.
Michigan.
Yeah, go ahead.
Today's November 3rd in the fall season. Today says, a Sundance woman is like the morning star, filled with spiritual beauty, wisdom, and knowledge. Men and women are the most powerful of the
Polarities.
polarities. We walk beside men as equal partners. It takes men and women who have respect and love for one another to live within the embrace of Father Sky and Mother Earth. Dr. Henrietta Mann, Southern Cheyenne. Our ceremonies
Damn it.
Our ceremonies bring out the best in us. It's in the ceremony that we find the place of honor, respect for each other, the place where the men honor the women and the women honor the men. We dance for each other. The ceremony helps us remember our responsibility towards each other. Men and women need to be strong, to love one another, and be faithful. Only by doing this can we give our children knowledge of good relationships. Great Spirit, today I will notice the power of the women. Today I will notice the power of men. Oh, nice. Mr. Botone, what you think?
Um, what comes to mind is, for me, is thinking of where do I stand in with the women that's in my life. Like, where do I stand with them? Because there was a time in my life where I didn't have, no grasp of any kind of knowledge about having respect for our women that I have today. When I think about, those polarities and how we balance each other out, and how can I respect them and have the love for them that they deserve if I don't, if I don't realize how important they are to us as a people, and you hear it growing up here in Cheyenne and Arapaho country. You hear how powerful a woman is, and how, a lot of us warriors have kind of lost our way. And it's been up to these women to have to carry us. It's been up to our women to have to bring us to where we are today. And I come from a household where we didn't have no men in our, that we grew up with in the household. We were raised by my grandma and by my mom. Like most, I mean, that's most, believe it or not, that is most households. And not to say that, I had a good dad, but, he struggled. He struggled a lot with his, substance use. So, me growing up, that's what I thought a man's place was, he just kind of did whatever he wanted. But now that I'm in a responsible time in my life, where I spent the first, like I always say, the first 40 years of childhood are pretty rough. But I'm finally to a space in my head where I understand the not only the physical, but the mental and the emotional and the spiritual connection that the women bring to our life. There's you know like when I think about where we are as a people, you know why is it that we have MMIW? Why is it we have MMIP? Missing and murdered indigenous women. Um, and this is something that my brother Albert Titman Senior, he brought up in one of our trainings. He said, "Why is it the most dangerous thing to an Indian woman is an Indian man? We're the biggest threat to them." And that's we've lost sight of who we are as a people. We've lost sight of our role in society. Not in you're not in the Vihots society, but in our own camps. How come our camps ain't safe for our women anymore? How come like I said, a lot of us have kind of lost our way in the importance of that polarity between men and women. You know, so if it wasn't for white bison, you know, I would have never, you know, had those things even cross my mind. If it wasn't for these white bison trainings, you know, I would have never got to even experience, you know, I would have just kept going on, you know, and, you know, not, you know, I stayed sober through, I stayed sober through AA, right? That's what helped me stay sober is working the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. But when you get into wellbriety, it teaches you about that polarity and the interconnectedness of a man and a woman. You know, and like I said, growing up in Cheyenne and Repo country, you hear all the time how important a woman is because to us, a man can never be as high as a woman. Never. There's nothing that a man can ever do that can ever make him, you know, as high as a woman because we believe that a woman has a direct connection to the creator because she has the ability to give life. You know, so I mean, having knowing that and still doing the things that I did, you know, like it doesn't make sense, you know. I mean, you know, but you don't know what you don't know. Um I paid attention to what was more important on the streets. You know, I did what was the down thing to do. You know, like I was for the streets. You know, and that's the way that I live my life in my addiction. But now that I've sobered up and I can see the importance of all these teachings, I can understand because I have, you know, I have 4 daughters, you know, and I have 2 granddaughters, you know, and I'm just now in a place, you know, where I can say the only 2 people in my family that have never seen me loaded are my 2 granddaughters, you know, and that's okay. You know, I want them to be able to say that their whole life they have never ever seen their grandpa not be the man that he needs to be. You know, and hopefully somewhere in there I can instill these teachings of how important they are as Cheyenne women. You know, so I see where that polarity works in my life. I understand where it went wrong in my life. You know, like how can I be raised by all these strong Cheyenne women from Thomas, Oklahoma? A lot of them. You know, like there's so many of them. You know, I think about my mom, my grandma Nellie, my other grandma Nellie, you know, my Aunt Betty, my Aunt Dee, you know, my Aunt Sharon. Like, there's just so, like, I can keep going and going, you know, my Aunt Alice, you know, like, I can just keep going and going, you know, like, there's just so many strong women, you know, my Aunt Teddy, I mean, my Aunt Carol, you know, Grandma Minnie, I mean, Grandma Jessie, like, I can this list just keeps going and going and going and going and going, you know, of these strong Cheyenne women. And then for me to be the person that I was and to do the things that I did, you know, it doesn't make no sense. You know, I had to be out of my mind. I had to be in a place, in a very dark place to do what I did. You know, and I wasn't like just this horrible, but maybe, you know, maybe to some people I was, you know, I don't know. I don't know. You know, but I'm ready to be accountable for those actions today. I'm ready to have, you know, some forgiveness for myself for the things that I did. And if I can forgive myself, I can forgive others. You know, so I mean, it's a strong, you know, and Dr. Henrietta Mann, man, what a beautiful soul. You know, like this wellbriety movement, you know, is a lot of it is based on what she gives to this program. You know, so it's definitely something that I can identify with. It's something that I can connect with spiritually. You know, and that alone by itself is a blessing. You know, because wellbriety is the only thing that really, you know, all the other programs talk about mental, physical, and spiritual. But Wellbriety teaches you about emotional. Because I was such an emotional creature back then that my understanding today is I feel enlightened. I feel enlightened with the teachings that I'm able to absorb today, and not just before it was a me world.
Yeah, me.
Me. I was the center of the universe, but today I understand the we. There's a we. I live in the we world. Yeah, because I'm wee man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a good way, like.
In a good way, like that. But no, it's definitely a blessing to be able to understand the importance of a woman in my life today. Like I said, I have 4 daughters and 2 granddaughters, and a companion, that I think the world of. And if I can be a better man than I was yesterday, then I'm definitely making some strides in my life that never existed. So with that, in a good way like that, I'm gonna hand it over, brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
Mm.
Good job, Uncle.
Good job, Uncle.
Good job, Uncle.
Good job, Uncle.
Good words. Good words. Got any comments?
Alan Carney joins us from Stillwater, Oklahoma. Says, "Good morning, relatives. I've been
Good
clean
morning.
and sober from alcohol and drugs since January 11th, 2013."
Hey, all right. Thank you for sharing that with us, brother. Appreciate you for tuning in a good way like
Word,
that. I
that's
hope.
word.
AJ Sativa says, "Pivot one."
Pivot Walnut, sis.
And one up.
Pivot Walnut.
Quentin Sessom says, "Morning, Unc."
Good morning, Neff.
Mm.
In a good way like
Yeah.
that.
And Sister Leslie says, "I am so happy that my son is keeping me sober all the time, and I love him for that."
Hey, thank you for sharing that, sis. It's
Dope,
good medicine.
dope,
It's
dope.
good medicine in a good way like that.
Yeah, I think today's meditation is good, and I don't know, it makes what I think of it takes me back to like going my numshum taking me to Sundance at an early age, and getting willows, gathering willows with my brother Evan, and
Gimme.
Gilmore, and then my other brothers, Sonny, Leslie, White Man, and just all getting willows.
Those my
together.
relatives too.
Yeah. And then I don't know, I always caught poison ivy, but man, it was crazy.
Down there in a good way like that.
Yeah, by Monday morning, it'd be like gone, like healed, like yeah, it's crazy. So that kind of helped me, like that, put that fear out of me of going into
Into the bush.
to the bushes
A
and
good way like that.
yeah, and then able to, and like I think I mentioned this last time, but able to keep the fire going, building the fire pit for a camp, and because I knew
It's a good
building that,
responsibility.
yeah, keeping that fire going is because that helps bring the food, helps get our food and to feed our relatives there, and then I don't know, just able to how hot it is, that sacrifice you're doing.
Oh yeah.
Even though I'm not dancing or nothing, but it runner and able to get,
Everybody feels it.
yeah.
There's no escaping it.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's for some reason I just loved it. Like I
Yeah.
wanted it. Like I wanted it for our people. I could feel that good spirits. Able to see all our relatives, our brothers and sisters, and our elders leading, and I don't know. It's just a good feeling, and
Mm-hmm.
I can understand what Dr. Henrietta Mann was talking on here, or what she put in this book, in that meditation, and I got it bookmarked on there from when I first got this book. And Wellbrighty's, like understanding the principles and more. When you're emotional, you got a lot of emotions to work out, and Wellbrighty it'll break it down for you. And
Yeah.
you're able to, pen to paper, able to talk about it and put it down and see it.
Something
and
magical
look at it.
happens.
Yeah,
Pen to
it's
paper.
crazy. It's a blessing. And I was gonna say something, but yeah, I had something I was gonna say.
Something real good.
Real good in a good way like that.
Good way like that.
But yeah, I think today, I mean, I don't know, just that's what came to my mind of ceremony.
Definitely.
Sundance. Yeah.
Definitely. And that's a powerful time of, it's a powerful time of year. Like even people that aren't Cheyenne and Arapaho,
Yeah.
even they know, like this is our ceremonial time. And it's not something that we practice once a week or two times twice a year or 2 weeks out of a year.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that have always kept me going was even in my addiction, I would see people that lived that way. And even though I wasn't living that way, I wanted to show support for the people that were. And there was a lot of women, there was a lot of, men that and I thought that, okay, I can't live that way, but I can show support for these people that do.
Mm.
And so that was always like an important thing for me, even if I just went sober for that 1 week. Because most of the time when I got older, that was the case. But I felt like me showing that support for them, for the ones that did, like it meant so much to me just to be able to do that. Because I can remember back like whenever my I remember when my instructor was like it was like 20 something years ago. I can't remember if he was going through. I want to say he was going through, and I had promised him that I was going to come back and help him. And I'm riding by on a truck, just got through helping somebody get willows. And he's like, "Hey, you going to help me?" I just remember jumping right off the truck and going over there and just trying my hardest. You know what I mean? Like, because we were digging holes.
Yeah.
With the, hole with the post hole diggers.
Yeah.
And I just remember like, like it meant so much to me to be able to be there for him because I promised him, back then I wasn't telling nobody no. Hey, you want to come help me later? Yeah, I'll come help you. I'll come. Oh, I'd be dog tired, but like it meant so much to me, and then to help out the different women, the different men, like it was so important for me. Like I knew I didn't live that way, but whenever I was ready to live that way, like all the support that came for me, because I was blind, like damn near blind in a good way like that. Yeah. And for me to be able to, I wouldn't be able to go through any of that without the support of the men and women in my life. So I mean, yeah, definitely. And I was trying to go get Henrietta's granddaughter to come on here.
Oh,
Yeah, but she was already gone. Bobby's gone. So when the cat's away,
yeah, in a good way. Like,
the mice will play.
yeah,
in a good way, like
three
that.
blind mice.
So yeah, do we have any more comments?
Yeah, Quentin System says, "Hope you guys are having a good day. I've been down the past couple of days because I've been out of town visiting my friend.
Oh, hey,
But part of me doesn't want to leave."
In a good way, like that. All right, nephew.
Alex Dean says, "Good morning."
Good morning, Alex. AK.
Okay.
And then Miss Hours Lee says, "Good morning."
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Bob. Oh,
Bob and Darian.
Bob and Darian are going at it right now in a good way like that.
Hard.
Stay hard, Darian.
Oh yeah, how's
In a good way like that.
We got one more comment.
Miss Courtney Reeder says, "How is everyone adjusting to this new time change?"
Yeah.
It was weird. Like yesterday when we got home from the sweat,
Yeah.
I laid down and when I woke up, it was dark. All right. So I was like, "What time is it?" And she goes, 7:30. I was like, "What?" I thought it was it's different, but your body just adjusts, like in a good way like that. So, it's definitely something. I think it's more mental than anything because your body's just so used to
Yeah.
a certain time that, I wasn't expecting it to be 7:30 and the sun's already down. So that was kind of a trip, but it all worked out. Yeah, I was only 20 minutes late this morning.
Yeah. Life's a trip.
In
In a good way.
a good way like
way like
that.
Leslie says, I'm kicking it with nephew Keenan.
Keenan.
Oh, hey, all right, nephew Keenan.
Jeremy Harjo says, Stongo in a good way
Stongo.
like that.
In a good
Stongo.
way like that.
Chabon. Chabon.
Well, do we have anything this week, Darian?
There. Oh, we got voting. Voting tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow tomorrow we'll be voting. Hopefully we have more than 2,000 people go out and vote.
Yeah.
Out of 15,000,
16 now.
16,000,
I think 12
Well,
can vote.
only
yeah.
12. Yeah, only 12,000 can vote. So, hopefully we have more than 2,000 people go and vote.
Sober
Can't
Seams.
complain if you don't vote.
Yeah, can't complain if you
Watch
don't
party.
go
Sober
vote.
Seams.
And then we will be having our Sober Seams tomorrow.
Watch party.
Not a watch party
Oh, no.
in a good way like
Good
that.
way like
But that'll probably be a lot of talk. It'll probably get talked up. But
Yeah.
tomorrow we will be it's the sister Legend. She'll be receiving her 1-year chip. So a huge milestone, but Sober Seams is happening regardless. Tomorrow here at 1950 South Shepherd.
rain or shine.
What time do we start that?
6.
Eating at 6.
6.
And it's a potluck, so you're more than welcome to bring some food.
Yeah.
Barry likes hot dogs.
Glizzies.
Lizzie Gobbler is
Hot
here.
links.
Not you, Mingo, in a good way like that.
Oh,
But Darian, the Glizzy Gobbler.
brats.
Yeah, brought Bandit in a good way like that.
Bandit healer.
The brat band.
Yeah. OG two-tone. In a good way. Like that.
His little ad libs just crack me up. But yeah, that'll be tomorrow here at 1950 South Shepherd. And did you all know that their sister Toya is moving to El Reno?
El Reno?
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool.
Oh, why? Yeah.
She's coming back from California. So she'll be around a lot more. Pretty excited about that, to have her a part of our recovery community. I'm looking forward to that, spending more time with her and her daughter and her grandson. And I know her grandson's going to be missing AJ. Like, I watched him cry for her at the conference. So. But, our recovery community is growing stronger and stronger here in El Reno. So that feels good. Because we still got a lot of people out there in California. I think a lot of them are scared to come home. So I'm trying to make it to where we're established good enough to where, hey, let's take some positive steps when you get back. Like, you don't have to go back to what you were doing before you left. There's a good support system here. So hopefully we're getting there. We want to be that healthy force for when people come home. But I mean, there's nothing wrong if they got to stay in California either. There's nothing wrong with that. If you got to stay in California, then that's okay too. But most of the time, it's tough. Tough to come back to Oklahoma, back to the same situation that you left. So, but yeah, that's all I really got. Sober Seams tomorrow. Camp tomorrow at 23rd and MacArthur at Second Chance Thrift from 10 to 2. Wednesday we'll be at Redlands. What's
Wednesday?
that? mental health event. Oh, the
Name
same
it.
one that they always have. The one that the lady told me to.
Oh yeah. Hey, you back there?
Oh
With the hat.
yeah, you back there with the hat. Shut up. I'm about to pray in a good way like that.
So it'll be Wing
yeah.
Wednesday.
yeah. Do we have any more comments before we get off here?
Yeah. Raw lunch Thursday.
Yeah. Cassie says,
Shawnee.
let's go vote, people. Legend says, top of the
100.
morning, brothers. It's a good day to live.
364 days.
Also, 364 days well today. Praise and glory to God. Love y'all. Have a good day full of blessings.
Can't wait to celebrate you tomorrow. No fronts though. We ain't jumping the
Good job,
gun.
Andy.
You know, one day
Good
at a
job, Andy.
time. But
Good job, Andy.
we'll see you tomorrow, sis.
Mr. Levi says, can we get a shout out to the guys at South Coast?
I want to give a special shout out to South Coast Behavioral.
South Coast.
You know, I got a nephew over there. I got a brother over there. My sister Robin's over there. My sister Shannon's over there. My brother Dave. My brother Justin. You know, my brother Jeremy. Like it's a family event going on over there, right? So, you know, if there's one thing that I've learned about going to treatment is that I've already tried it my way. Right?
Yeah, Barry's way.
Barry's way in a good way like that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a good way. Like, you know, like I tried it my way. My best solution was I ended up drunk and strung out. You know, like in a good way like that. You know, and if there's anything that I had to learn was I had to learn how to listen and keep my mouth shut. You know, and take in all the experience, strength, and hope that these people are sharing with you. You know, like you do this thing like your life depends on it. And I promise you're going to come out a better person. And you're going to become a stronger person. And you're going to be that person that somebody else needs.
Good job.
You know, like that's how this thing keeps going. So, you know, listen to those people around you, man. It's, you know, they're proof that miracles do happen. So, in a good way like
In a
that,
good way
I just
like
want to
that.
send a big shout out to my family over there. All of them. Dallas. You know, like I have so much family over there. Like it's crazy. You know, but you know, this is the opportunity that we got to help. You know, we get to help other people. And when you get to a place, you'll be able to turn around and help other people. But for now, you don't have to worry about that. For now, you can worry about helping yourself. And you can do that by opening up your mind, opening your ears, keeping your mouth shut, and allowing the Creator to do what He's got to do in your life. In a good way like that.
Good job, Uncle.
So do we have any more comments?
Jeremy Harjo says, drink the hot dog water in a good way like that.
Soup.
Ah,
It's soup. It's broth.
put it in the microwave.
That word. Tracy says, Toya is an awesome woman of strength.
I love Toya, man. She's a good woman.
April Sever says, thanks for sharing. My 12-year-old niece never seen me drink, and my grandbaby. Such a blessing. Yes, 12 steps in Wellbriety does heal. Have a good week.
Thank you. Thank you for
I
sharing
heard,
that.
bro.
AJ says, I'm glad our people will look out for Toya, take care of her. Hopefully, through her, we can figure out a way to get a healing to Carnegie and our Anadarko areas.
The doll. Carnegie doll.
KCA
Dodge.
territory. And Tracy says, Fountain Valley, California in the house.
Hey, I used to live on Bouchard and Edinger. That's where I lived at. I lived behind Albertsons, just right around the corner from Mile Square. So that was my hub. Fountain Valley's like the hub.
AJ says they have sober support group from a group called Natives Against Drugs and Alcohol, but we hope somehow we can get a healing circle over in KCA territories.
Definitely. You know, in KDAP does a lot down there. You know, man, you know, we got some folks that are definitely down there trying. You know, I want to say the Wichitas have a tour grant. KDAP, you know, has tour, but they also have, you know, KDAP
Comanches.
and Comanches. I mean, I'm not sure what other tribes are. Delaware.
Delaware
Delaware's. You know, we've been down to their, you know, their what is it? Their tribal council, and got to speak about what we do, because they're trying to do what we're doing up here. They want to do it down there. So, but we're always here to support, like whatever support, our people are suffering, so that's one thing that we can all recognize and hopefully do something about one of these days. So thank you for suggesting that, sis, in a
AJ
good way
says,
like
in a good way like that. I'm gonna start saying that.
that.
The
And
whole
Tracy
month.
says, "I'm proud of the man that you have become, Barry Boat. You're an amazing bro."
Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. It means a lot coming from you.
Sister Yoli says, "Over and over in a good way like that."
In a good way like that.
And Tracy said, "I'm on Bouchard and Heel."
Okay, yeah. I know exactly where you're at. Yeah, I lived over there by that school on the other side. I think it was what was the name of that school? Ethan.
The high school.
No. There's a grade school that I lived around the corner from. I can't remember the name of it, but I lived right around the corner from it. So pretty nice area. Pretty nice area. So I hope everybody has a good day. Things are going good around here. That's all we really got.
Yep.
That's all we
Sober
really
Scenes
got.
tomorrow.
Sober Seems tomorrow. We'll be at a mental health event at Redlands Wednesday. Thursday, we have our meeting here at 1950 South Shepherd. In the evening at 7, we got a meeting here at Monday. Women's group on Tuesday. In Oklahoma City on Wednesday at noon. There's a meeting at 4400 Southwest 21st at the Tribal Resource Center. Another meeting here Thursday at 1950 South Shepherd in El Reno at 7. And then a men's group that happens on Friday here at 1950 South Shepherd. So, we're trying, definitely trying. So like, share, follow, tell your mammy about us, and we will see you tomorrow in a good way like that. I hope.